Hello nieces, hello nephews, it's your Uncle Charles here, and today the S&P 500 finally gave us some type of relief rally, okay? We're going to talk about it, but first, here is the flow sentiment, 500K premiums or above, expiration date within 1 month, alright? 64% in the puts, 36% in the calls, okay? But look at the numbers, 7,000 puts, a little over 4,000 calls, okay? Not as active as I usually see it, alright? Probably because it's Friday. So this is my Discord where I write all my plans, trade alerts, notes, and everything that I do for trades for my members, okay? So I had a bull case scenario and a bear case scenario. Bull case scenario, as of writing this was in pre-market, 7:58 a.m. SPY is currently around 397, so that would make the critical 395 to 396 zone first support, okay? That's based on the multi-year trend line. As long as above 398, 400, 42 to 43 zone, then 405 to 406 in play. We always play it level to level, right? That means you enter at one level, take most profits in the next level, leave a small runner in case it goes to the next level, right? That's level to level. All right, we always play it level to level, but I think if SPY can clear 403, my ultimate target will be 415, okay? Keep in mind, my ultimate target of 415 is only in play if 403 is cleared, all right? It's based on scenarios, based on the levels. Because 403 was a very critical level, in my opinion. And the bear case, if 395 to 396 fails, 390 to 391 is below, all right? And if that fails, 383, 384 zoned in 380, all right? I was favoring new lows if we go break that. But for the most part, the bull case scenario pretty much played out, at least in the morning, it did, okay? So here is the 15-minute candle where I always try to execute my trade. This orange line is the multi-year trend line that we're going to talk about. So SPY dropped as low as 395.62. Technically speaking, that is within my 395 to 396 zone. It bounced there and cleared the 398. That's his yellow line. I had 398 resistance level or price target as written in the Discord. Cleared that. I was able to enter on the breakout. I just bought the breakout because that's what I like to do. I usually don't buy direct. I try to direct off support. I try to wait for the next leg up, catch the second leg, and possibly the third leg. All right, that sounded weird. Anyways, 398, we cleared that. Was able to get up to 400 where we based a little bit, went above it. All right, we started chopping around the 401.5 level. Now, 401.5 was not one of my levels, but you know, we have to be adaptable and nimble. And sometimes the market gives us new levels to look at. So I started watching that level. It was basing. We broke out, finally hit my 403 level. Now remember, 403 was the level I believe that if we cleared it, we can get the squeeze up to 415. Market said no, denied. Okay, tested that. Got the rejection, went all the way back down around as low as 397, all right, as low as 397, and pretty much based around the 398 level before bouncing, all right, going up to around 402.5ish, and then just based and chopped for the rest of the day. Okay, it also bounced off my 400 level over here, so as you can see, the levels did their job. I did say if we get above 396, we can get a squeeze. I don't know if you would call this a squeeze, but it was a nice $7 move to the upside before we got the rejection around 403. All right, now technically speaking, if we go on the daily chart here, so this is my orange multi-year trend line that connects the January 2018 high to the February 2020 high. All right. I think we had tested as support here around December 2020. All right, so this level is pretty tested, and if we zoom into the daily chart, you can see that right now SPY is in recapture false breakdown mode. All right, false breakdown is pretty bearish. False breakdown is pretty bullish. All right, guys. So over here, May 11th, SPY gave us that breakdown of that critical level around 395 to 396. Yesterday, it back tested that level as a resistance, okay, and shot down all the way as low as 384 to 385, 386, around there, which is about 20% drop from the high. That's about bear market territory before it bounced and gave us the relief rally. Okay. And yesterday I said if we can recapture or get back above 396, I would look for calls and play it up to around 403. 403 clears, 415s in play. Obviously 403 did not clear, but I am favoring more upside as long as we hold this level of 395 to 396. Of course, I'm still gonna play, the smaller levels in between this chop right here, unbiasedly level to level. But for the big levels, the big critical level, if we lose 395 to 396, if we drop back below this multi-year trend line, that's very bearish, okay? And that should put us back down to around 388, 387. If that fails, back down to 385 to 386 zone with 380 below that. All right, that's the best time to turn bearish. The best time to turn bullish if we can finally clear that 4.3 level and maybe head up to 4.6, then 4.10, then 4.15 up above, up here. Okay, so as you guys can see, the levels Uncle Charter's levels are pretty well respected. Just look at it. This multi-year trend line has been well respected. Okay, so we got the breakdown, now we got the recapture. This is a false breakdown trade setup based on the daily chart. Okay, so that's bullish. All right, but just because I'm bullish on it right now does not mean I'm not willing to change my sentiment, because if the price, like I said, if the price action start breaking back down below 395, this is a false recapture. You can also look at it as a false breakout, because this is a critical resistance level that we broke out today on the S&P 500. So just like false breakdowns are bullish, false breakouts are bearish. So we just gotta play it level to level based on what the price action wants to do. Okay, guys? And I'm looking at the VIX here. Had a nice red candle today, and it closed just below the 20-day moving average. It's currently around 28.97, and the VIX closed around 28.86. All right, so to be bullish, VIX needs to recapture that 20-day moving average and possibly clear that 30.23 resistance level that I have. All right, it could possibly backtest 30.23 as a resistance, and if we get a rejection there, that's a sign of more downside for the VIX. If the VIX can recapture it, then that's obviously a false breakdown scenario, and we can possibly see more upside. All right, and look at here with the QQQ. I had a very critical level around 292, and yesterday, QQQ closed below that. Today it recaptured it. Didn't quite backtest it as a support though, but I had 298 resistant. It cleared that and recaptured the 300 level, 300.99. That say about 301. Okay, so QQQ been recapturing some big critical resistant levels for me. All right, the most critical one for me at least is the 298 level. As long as QQQ holds 298, I'm bullish on. I'm short-term bullish on QQQ. All right, with 305, 307, and 311 in play. Okay. Best time to turn back to bearish is if 298 fails. Dow Jones also recaptured some levels. All right, that 318 level was pretty critical. Recaptured that, closed above it, and it tested the 322.5-ish level. Didn't quite close above it, but it did close above the 5-day moving average. That's his red line right here. It's around 320.55. So I would like to see 320.5 and 318 lowest continue to hold for Dow Jones. To favor more upside up to 325.5 than 329.7. Okay, if 320.5 and 318 fails, then we're probably going to see new lows down to 315, 313, possibly even 310.5. IWM also recaptured some levels, but it closed just below that 178.5 level. Okay, so the critical support right now for IWM is 175.7. As long as that holds, it can possibly test 178.5 again and break that and test 180, then 182, okay? But below 175.7, that's a critical support level, and if that fails, good time to turn back to bearish and favor new downside down to 172.8, 168.7, possibly even down to 165 this time. And here's Tesla. We talked about this potential double bottom here. All right, so far it's playing out, still risky though, but it's playing out. It recaptured 765.7. That was a critical support level, resistant level yesterday. All right, because it back tested as a resistance yesterday before rejecting, but we recaptured it. All right, so that level needs to hold. Okay, so Tesla needs to follow through, continue to hold that level, and clear 796.59. Clear that. That should put 844, 845 zone in play in 872. All right, above 872, I am bullish. Okay, because that's a big critical back test level. Okay, meaning if you're gonna look for puts, that would be a good level, but you still gotta respect your stop loss. All right, I'll turn back to bearish on Tesla if 765.7 fails, putting 717 and 700.5, possibly even lower than that, down to 636 back in play. Okay, and here's Apple. All right, you can see it bounced perfectly off my levels, off my fib levels. Today, 143.2 was a very critical support level. Had to hold to go test the 147-ish resistant. That's this pink trend line right here. Started back from December 2021, connects to January 2022. Couple more here in February 25th and March 14th. All right, so it had a couple touches here. Broke down from that level May 11th, dropped all the way down to my 139-ish support before bouncing, giving us a nice relief rally. Okay, didn't quite clear that 147 level, so Apple needs to clear. That's a very critical level. If Apple can clear that, then it will be in false breakdown territory, which is bullish, putting 150, 152.5, then 154.5 in play. All right, and possibly higher to 156. All right, but this was a critical back test level, meaning below, if we get rejection there, you see a strong rejection, it's most likely going to head down low, possibly new lows. So below 147, 143 is in play, 139, then 135.5-ish. Above 147, I would be bullish on Apple. All right, guys. So I hope you guys found this helpful. I hope you guys made like a shit ton of money. And, you know, trading is not easy. You know, it takes a lot of practice. I really love the back test and go strategy. I feel like it works very well. It worked very well today as well. All right. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Remember that family is important, and Uncle Charters loves you. Peace.